and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Samuel Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right. We are back with another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 116, I think.
15 or 16, around there.
Something like that. This one we are going to review the new Avatar record, Dance, Devil Dance.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the first time really, listening to like a full record of theirs. I've heard a few songs here and there, but I was pleasantly surprised. It was a lot better than I expected it to be.
Right. And I'm an Avatar fan. I didn't discover them to the Feathers record pretty much. And I went back. The early stuff, a bit heavy. I wasn't really too into it. I think around Black Waltz, which I don't know if it was like their third or fourth, around there, I kind of start getting it.
Their self-titled was really good.
Yeah, I got to go back and listen to that. But I've been a fan since the Feathers record, and then at least I went back a little bit. So Dance Devil Dance, it's got the new vinyl. Pretty cool looking. Back is really nice. It's got that the raised lettering.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild inside cover. Also, there's different versions that are out. I kind of got just the basic version, and still you get pretty cool, which reminds me, of course, of Kiss. You get information and lyrics with each member's kind of photo, which I thought was kind of cool that they're starting to do some of this stuff and in releases now, which is, reminds you back in the day when you got some really cool stuff.
I would have preferred a book, but
The different version had a book. There's another version that does have a book. But, hey, to get any goodies now is good.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So if, a lot of the younger people probably like, you put up the post of your favorite band member.
And it's a quality album cover. It's embroidered. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think the album cover's a little, I don't know, lazy, but.
What's
the cover again?
We're going for it. It's just the singer.
Yeah.
Like a
Jonas?
distorted kind of, distorted kind of cover.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's different versions. The version I have here is on a pretty cool red vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man. So this was pre-ordered. It came Thursday or Friday. I think it came Thursday. Album came out on Spotify on Friday. There was a couple songs that I did hear before. There was like 3 or 4 songs on Spotify, which everybody kind of typically does now before it comes out. And so before we rank the record, and we're going to rank the record pretty much by song, by our least favorite song to our favorite song. And we each have individual picks for that, but then we group them all together and have a panel here and to come out with one total for the whole record. So that's how we kind of did it. So this is we'll give our own individual stuff here, but this is a group thing all together. And some of us rated it higher than others. And our point system. So everybody understands the point system because they see a 2.5 and they think it's bad. 2.5 is just an average record. You got 1's no good, 2's not that good. 2.5, it's decent, it's average. A 3, it's pretty good. A 4, real good. A 5, great. That's it. So all these people, we did other ones and people get all upset over us giving a 2.7. It's above fucking average.
Mm-hmm.
Can't all be winners, you know what I mean? But doesn't mean it's bad.
1 to 5, 5 being the best.
2.5 is average. 2.5 is decent. It's okay. Okay, so Avatar, Dance Devil Dance. Here we go. We're going to start off with our least favorite as a group, and we'll give the rankings and some thoughts. We're going to go in order here. So coming in at number 11 on the record, Hazmat Suit. Demo. It came in at 2.66. It came in 11th place out of the the 11 songs. What do you got?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gave this one 3.5. I really like this tune. It kind of had like a cool shuffle kind of feel to it. Yeah, I thought it was one of the stronger tracks, but I guess you guys didn't agree with that.
Mike D.
I mean, I know I gave it a little below average, but I mean, I'm letting the rabbits out of the hat a little early, but like I felt this was like a below average song on like how can I phrase this? Like if this felt like a filler song on an album of fillers. It was a little catchy at points, but I've heard it before by many different bands. Many different bands.
Yeah, you gave this one a 2.
Yeah. I mean, it had catchy parts, but it just, for me, it's like, oh, I could skip past this one.
All right, for me, Hazmat Suit. Overall, I gave it a 2.5. I gave it average. Overall, it's okay. It's not as memorable as most of their stuff, so that's pretty much where I'm at on that one. Coming in number 10, Clowns Dipped in Chrome. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, another one I liked. I gave it 3.3 out of 5. Had a cool groove throughout the song that I really liked. Cool, like metal groove. Yeah, I dug it.
Mike D.
I this was close to the end of it, and this was just like I had it at this point. I really I thought this was the worst track on the album. By the way, I should have rated it lower. Like for me, this was the worst.
All right, for me, I gave it a 2.68 for the panel. I love the song title. Fucking song title is great. I like Avatar when they're a little bit more on the melodic side, even though I know they're a mixture. It's a decent song. It's a decent rocker. I just like them when they're a little more melodic. This album's pretty heavy overall, and I just think it's really neat when it gets more melodic. Okay, so coming in at number 9, Violence No Matter What. What you got, Damo?
This was the last track and my least favorite. It's the one with Lizzie Hale on it. Yeah, it was just okay. I mean, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Yeah, it didn't really do much for me. It was okay. Not terrible, but
gotcha. Mike D.
Yeah, this is probably my second or third least favorite on this album. I thought it was going to at least end with a bang, but nope. Kind of boring.
Yeah, I gave this a 3.6. I kind of dug this. It's heavy as shit. The opening, it blisters, man.
Yeah, I'm beyond the days of stuff being heavy. Oh yeah, it's heavy. I like it. I'm beyond those days. You got to treat me a little more.
I'm usually hot or cold with the heavy vocals. Sometimes I really like them. Sometimes I don't. But man, the chorus is really good. Like really, really, really good. I dug it. I dug it a lot. Okay. Moving on to number 8. Do You Feel in Control, Damo? What you got?
yeah, I dug this one. I gave it 3 out of 5. Comes in pretty heavy with like, blast beat, kind of like real heavy, fast kind of feel, and then it kind of slows down to like a more of like a groove, but cool feel to it. Yeah, I dug it. 3 out of 5.
Mike D.
Another one I absolutely hated. Gave this a 2.
And Mike, listen, and Mike really likes Avatar usually. So.
I do. This was like obviously at this point, it's a major disappointment for me. So,
wow.
But I'll give my thoughts on that after.
Do you feel in control? I gave it 3.5. I kind of dug it.
I do not feel in control. No.
Yeah, I kind of dug it. It's pretty heavy. It's not a bad tune. It's pretty heavy. I thought it was pretty cool overall. It's pretty good. Okay, moving on to number 7. Gotta Wanna Ride, Damo. What you got?
Yeah, I gave this one a pretty high rating. 3.5 out of 5. I really liked this one. Had a good chorus. I thought it was pretty catchy. Yeah, I dug it.
Mike D.
I gave this another 2, and yeah, just wasn't feeling this.
Wow. Gotta Wanna Ride. I gave it a 3.6, man. I think it's a fun song. It's got a cool, fun story. I like that there's some humor. Even the ba da 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 da. I love that they mix that stuff in there.
That annoyed me from the get go because it's like really the Beach Boys. Like, fuck, I hate the Beach Boys. I can't listen to the Beach Boys.
Listen, for the
So
record here,
that just knocked me off kilter right there.
for the record here, me and Mike heavily disagree on this record.
Yeah.
We really do. Yeah, is what it is. Okay, yeah, I kind of dug it. I thought it was a fun song. I just like this stuff. Okay, going on to number 6, track number 6 for us, from least best is On the Beach. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, this is my my least favorite was the one with Lizzie Hale. This is like next. I gave this one a 10 out of 11. So I gave it a 2.9 out of 5. Not bad. It just didn't really do much for me. Didn't really grab me like a lot of the other ones.
Mike D.
I could have gave this one higher, and I gave this a 3. And I like the catchiness of the chorus and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's just a journey of getting there. Just felt like it was it could be a little better. Like, and that's my problem with a lot of these songs is a lot of the verses just seem, garbled Cookie Monster, and incomprehensible screaming. And then you get, boom, a catchy chorus. I'm listening to a whole song and I got to hear something as a whole. Just a catchy chorus ain't going to get me these days. Sorry.
All right, I gave On the Beach a 3.3. It's got a really cool corn kind of sound opening riff. I'm not a huge fan of the growly vocal stuff, but when that hook comes in, man, it's got me. So that's probably why I gave it a decent mark. These guys know how to throw in that hook. They really do. Okay, moving on. We're going to the top 5 here. Number 5, Valley of Disease. What you got, David?
Yeah, I gave it 3.2 out of 5. I like this one. It was, kind of like what Mike described, but I kind of like that where it's heavy in the verse with, more of the screaming type vocals, and then the chorus opens up. This one fit that formula. I personally, I like that.
Yeah, me too. I do too. Mike D, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I gave this a 2.5. Again, like it feels like it just feels like a trip to get to that hooky part. Like there's really nothing in the verses of many of these songs, and I'm not saying like they're terrible. It's just not what I expect from Avatar. It's not what I'm used to. And sorry, I'm telling it like it is.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.8. I like this one a lot. I like it a real lot. Yeah, I think it's a great tune. I think it's a real good tune. All right, so moving on to 4, Chip Mosh Pit. It was a fucking crazy title. Chimp
Mosh Pit.
Chimp Mosh Pit.
What do you got?
Yeah, this was my favorite one actually not. This was like number 2 for me. I gave it a 3.8 out of 5. Yeah, I really dug it, man. He gets up pretty high in his natural
range
is
great
in this. Jeez, man, he gets up really high, like
King Diamond high.
Yeah, but like in full voice, not like falsetto.
Right.
It's pretty impressive, and then he could get down pretty low too. So
yeah.
This one I thought really showed off his vocal ability the best, and I kind of like the tune. I like the groove and everything.
Yep. Mike D, what you got on Chimp Mosh Pit?
Yeah, for me, it was just average. I gave it a 2.5. Just a kind of in-your-face rocker song, but okay. If it was another band, I might have rated it higher.
I gave it a 3.5. I like this one. I like it. I like the melody and the verses. The melody is really cool. It's cool. It's got some cool melody. The line verses are good. I mean, it's a fun song. I kind of enjoyed this one. I really did. Going to number 3, we have Train. What you got, Damo?
I gave us 3 out of 5. I like the tune. It was kind of like right in the middle for me. little better than average, but it ranked pretty high for us.
Yeah.
Made it to the top 3. So,
Yeah. What you got, Mike?
I initially put down a 5 for this one, just hearing how it started and where it was going, and then somewhere mid song, it just hits that thrash part again, in your face, and Cookie Monster vocals, and I'm like, really, you have to put that in this one, just to go back to the way the song started at the end of it, and it was a cool little story, and it's like, you know what, you could have done something a little more nifty in that part. I'm sorry, that part wasn't needed in the middle. I gave it a 3, but I should have put it higher if it was, I don't know, a complete song. I'll put it that way.
Train. I gave it a 4.25, which is my second highest.
You're too generous.
Mark.
Very generous.
I liked it.
4.25.
That's my second favorite.
Okay, the second favorite. Yeah.
I love the intro. The melodic vocals are great. The storytelling is great. The range of the singer is ridiculously good. Johannes, great vocalist. I like this one a real lot. It's got that crazy kind of, if you want to call it, chorus part. I'm okay with it because I like the other parts so much. All right. Moving into track, track 2 rated for us. Dance, Devil Dance was the opening track on the record. What do you got, Damo?
I gave it 4 out of 5. It was my favorite track on the record. It's the opening track on the album, which I thought was a good choice. It's got a cool, catchy, guitar riff. Actually, throughout the whole song, all the guitar riffs are pretty catchy, as well as the vocals too. And there's a mixture of singing and the kind of like screamy type vocals, and it was catchy. Overall, music and vocally too.
Mike D, Dance Devil Dance. For them, I mean, I gave it a middle of the road again. And it wasn't horrible, it was I guess a good opener, it set the charge, it set the tempo, but I don't know, kind of just in the realm of Avatar was kind of boring for me.
Okay. Dance Devil Dance. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I like this one a lot. I like the heavy vocal parts into the melodic parts. I love the Sabbath-y kind of part in the middle. It's great. I like the lyrics also. I thought it was really good. A great opening song. I'm definitely a fan of the tune. Our highest ranked as a whole for the record, The Dirt I'm Buried In comes in number 1. Damo, what you got?
Yeah, I gave it 3 out of 5, but I probably should have gave it a little bit higher, I thought, because it's probably the most commercial sounding song. I don't know if it is a single, but
it is
not.
Single, yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if it's being played on the radio, but it should be because it's a really good, catchy song, I thought. It almost, it doesn't sound like something that they would do. It kind of reminds me of like the Struts or something, like a rock band. Mm-hmm. Not so much a metal band. But...
Their range is ridiculous. They do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty versatile. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I liked it.
Okay, Mike D, what you got?
This is my favorite track off the album. It was, you could tell it was definitely made to be the hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, and not that this is a bad thing, it actually kind of reminds me of like a Modest Mouse hit song. So just throw that out there. I give this a 3.5.
Yeah.
So that was my highest rating off the album.
Yeah, by far.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay, for me, The Dirt I'm Buried In, I gave it a 5. I gave it the highest rating you could give it. Man, it's a great song. Great opening part. Vocals are great. It's got some funk into it. It goes into this almost like who's that band that put that Paralyzed song out? Remember that little funky Paralyzed song? I forget what they were called.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's got a spot in there that reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It's got some good hooks. It's definitely my favorite off the record. Great. I mean, that's chorus, man, is huge. So that's our rankings from our least favorite to our favorite. Overall, I gave the record a 3.61. Damo gave the record a 3.24. Mike gave the record a 2.45, which we got. Me and Damo went, it's pretty good. Mike went a little bit below average. And overall, as a mixtapes and tasty cakes rating, it's a 3.09, which we gave it good. We consider good as replay value. It's got replay value. So let's wrap this up here and go your synopsis, your good and your bad, Dame, for the Avatar record.
Well, there's not much bad, really. I don't really have anything negative to say. I was like really pleasantly surprised by it. I enjoyed listening to the record. I thought it was really good. Some of the songs, in hindsight, probably should have ranked a little bit higher, but pretty much everything was over a 3 for me, which is really good. 3 out of 5. I mean,
yeah.
On average, I gave the record 3.24. But like I said, I think the dirt I am buried in, I probably could have gave it like 3.5 or 3.75 or something, or maybe even 4. I don't know. It was definitely better. I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, would you go back and listen to their old stuff? Would give it a shot now that you finally heard the whole record?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy it.
And I hear that they really put on a good show too, live. So I would be interested in seeing them.
Yeah, I never seen them live, but I'm definitely interested.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike D, good and bad.
Well, I mean, I'm rating this against, what they got, 9 albums out now.
Yeah.
So, not counting their first 2. For me, everything up until this point was just great. With me, Feathers in the Flesh one was probably the standout for me. And then what was it? Avatar Country was really good. Hunter Gatherer was great. It's like I set the bar high. And like I felt like they always have these little innovative parts and just parts that make you feel a little uneasy the first time you hear it. I mean, like, whoa, what was that? Oh, wait, that was pretty cool. Let me go listen to that again. And I don't know. It sounds like this really didn't showcase even what's his name? Johannes. I can't even say his name. Johannes. Can really
Jonas
do. I don't feel like it's a very expressive album for him. I feel it's a lot of screaming, a lot of grunting, a lot of Cookie Monster vocals, and just to get to those little poppy parts, it's like, you found your chorus formula. What about the rest of the song? So for me, it didn't work. It was all straightforward. And I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like. For me, it's like, to get that special rating, you got to go a little bit more innovative.
I'm the exact opposite on that. I love it. I think it's a great record. I like it a lot. So my good points, just such a wide range of styles mixed in, still staying to what they truly are. But just so much,
I mean, the band's great.
There's so much stuff mixed in. The music's always interesting. Most of the melodies are great. I don't even mind the Cookie Monster stuff. It was a bit heavy on the Cookie Monster stuff, but it's not my favorite Avatar record, but it's got high replay value for me. I definitely like it. The bad, if there is any bad, maybe a little less heavy vocals. Not saying not at all, but it was a little kind of Cookie Monster here and there. Not Cookie Monster too bad. I mean, it's worse. It's good, but the guy's the guy's so good at the melodic parts that you want to hear that, and he's got such a unique voice. But then again, if it was just melodic, it wouldn't be as cool mixed in with the heavy. So I really, really enjoyed this record, and I listened to it about 6 times already. I just got it, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, before we wrap up, Avatar, Dance Devil Dance, pick it up if you like Avatar. I think if you're an Avatar fan, I think you'll dig it. Mike, not so much, but yeah, pretty good. Mixtapes and tasty cakes. See you next week.